Hello. You still love your partner, but hearing changes have made conversations less smooth than they used to be. You miss a word, then another. You let it go. They say, never mind. And slowly, without anyone meaning to, the space between you grows. The opponent here is not a lack of love. It's the tension around those small communication breakdowns that no one knows how to handle. But what if those exact moments could become the place where connection gets stronger instead of weaker? Today, I'll guide you through a gentle shift in how you ask for repetition so you can stay fully present, feel respected, and protect the closeness that matters most. Because hearing may change, but the way you connect can still grow. Hearing changes do not only affect sound, they can influence the emotional space between two people. That is what I want to talk about today. Not devices or technology, but the human side of everyday communication. It often starts with a simple moment. Someone says something and you answer, "What?" or "Sorry," maybe more than once. And suddenly it feels heavy, heavier than the situation itself. Why? Because it touches how you see yourself in the relationship, your role, your sense of being capable and present. So many people begin to choose silence instead. You catch half the sentence and think, it's fine. You smile and let it go. In the moment, that feels easier and more dignified. But silence has a cost. When you pretend to understand, your real participation slowly decreases. You are there, but a step behind. Over time, this can create a subtle distance. The other person may feel you are quieter or less engaged without understanding why. Little by little, both people can pull back. Then there are those moments when you ask again and hear, "Never mind," or "It's not important." Even if it is said kindly, it can hurt. It can feel like being left outside the conversation. After a while, these small moments can affect how included and valued you feel. If this sounds familiar, you are not alone. I have lived this too. And if you recognize yourself here, I invite you to leave a comment under the video and share your experience. The main difficulty is often not the hearing change itself. It is the discomfort around what we could call moments of uncertainty. Those times when communication gets fuzzy and needs to be clarified. When someone has to repeat and you have to say, "I didn't catch that." These moments can feel stressful and tense for both sides. You may fear being a burden. The other person may feel unsure how to help. So both people often just move on without really addressing it. But rushing usually increases the tension as these situations happen again and again. In reality, these moments are normal parts of communication that simply need a calmer approach. Every relationship has misunderstandings. With hearing changes, they just happen more often, so they need more care. How you handle them can protect or weaken emotional closeness. When we change how we approach these moments, something important shifts inside us. Many people have the habit of apologizing every time. "Sorry, what?" "Sorry, can you repeat?" It sounds polite. But when every request begins with an apology, the message underneath can become, "I'm the problem." Over time, that can affect your mindset and your confidence. You may speak less, ask less, and slowly reduce your presence in conversations. Not because you do not care, but because you do not want to create extra effort for others. This is very human. It is a form of protection for yourself and for them. The truth is, wanting to understand is not a burden. It is a sign that the relationship matters to you. When you start seeing it this way, your tone naturally changes. You are no longer speaking from embarrassment, but from the desire to stay connected. This is where a simple relational sentence can help. For example, you might say, "I really want to follow you. Could you say that again a little more slowly?" Notice what this does. You express interest. You give clear guidance. You keep your dignity. And you do not blame the other person. Most partners actually feel relieved with this kind of clarity. They know how to help, and the moment becomes calmer. Instead of tension around repetition, there is more cooperation and understanding. You give them back a real sense of agency and a legitimate role in the relationship. They can take care of you in a meaningful way because they clearly understand what you need to stay fully involved in the exchange. Relationships are nourished by these simple exchanges. In ordinary sentences, when these moments feel respectful and safe, closeness grows. When they are avoided or tense, distance can slowly appear. If nothing changes, the risk is not only missing words, it is missing shared moments, shared reactions, and the feeling of being fully included. That can be painful for you, but also for the people you love most. But with a simple, respectful way to ask for repetition, you protect your dignity and your emotional closeness. You show that you want to stay engaged, and you make it easier for the other person to meet you there. I invite you to try this in your own conversations and notice the difference in how you feel and how the other person responds. And if this topic speaks to you, I warmly invite you to watch the other videos here on the channel.